Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. So, my friends at yarnspirations.com. This is the diagonal spike stitch. This was part of our summer stitch along where I did it as part of the rounds. And so what I wanted to do is figure out how to go from the center on out. You make it as big as you want to go. Happy ending every time. So on social media, I posted this pattern today and somebody says they don't want to do it in a square. They want to do it in rows. Can it be done? Absolutely. So today's tutorial is all about doing this in rows, and I'll show you the information. Now, I'm not going to tell you how many chains to do in order to match a certain size, but I will tell you the multiples, because the fact is that you can do it as big as you want to because you're just working in the rows, and you can see that it looks similar but not quite the same on the reverse side. So this is the right side of the work and this is the wrong side, but it's kind of neat, right? So let's get on with it right now. So let's give you some information so you can create a slip knot. So the starting chain is in multiples of 3 plus 3. So you chain 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and when you're happy with the width of the chain, you'll add 3 more at the end for the balance point of this particular stitch. So what you can do is when you're going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, you can lay it down against something that you would like to match, including a tape measure, to get that. So let's just chain in multiples of 3 plus 3. So you go, and this is basically 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'll do another one, 1, 2, 3. And you say to yourself, wow, this looks like a king size Afghan. I'm happy with that. Once you're happy with that, you just need to do one more, 1, 2, 3. So it's multiples of 3 plus 3. So let's begin the first row. If you're new to crochet, the reason why I never said it was multiples of 3, it's multiples of 3 chains plus 3, is that the balance point has to have the 3 at the end. So it's kind of misleading to tell you that it's just multiples of 3 if you don't really understand that. So second chain from the hook, I always like getting the back hump of the chain. If you don't want to do that, it's your business, you decide. But second chain from the hook, I want you just to single crochet yourself all the way across. Once you get the back hump the first time, the rest of the humps will stay up, and you just go along. So just single crochet across your chain. So I'm coming all the way across my chain, right to the very end, and therefore we're going to turn at the end and start row number 2, and we're going to be repeating rows number 2 and 3 all the way to the end. Let's begin number 2. To begin number 2, you're going to chain 3, and that will count as your first double crochet. So just remember that's your first double crochet. So your next stitches are always in groups of 3. So it'll be this stitch, this, and this. So this grouping of 3 is your diagonal spike stitch. So you're going to skip the first one, go to the second, and you're going to double crochet that one, and then the one right after it. Then you're going to treble into the stitch that you skipped, but watch, you're going to encase these two into that stitch. So you wrap twice and go right into that skip stitch. And do you see this yarn? This yarn is going to wrap around those 2 posts of the first 2 double crochet. So when you pull through, it's going to wrap, and you want to just pull a little bit of slack and pull through 2, 2, and 2. And that creates the lines that you see in this project. So the next 3 is the diagonal spike stitch again, and you're going to continue this all the way across. So you skip the first one, double crochet the next 2 in a row. Then come back to the one you skipped and treble around that. So just go right in. This strand wraps around those 2 posts, pull up. And the trick is that when you pull up, you want to be consistent about the length so it looks consistent. So you might have to practice this a little bit. So we're going to continue across. So skipping the next one, double crochet the next 2, and treble into the one you skipped. And you can move along pretty fast on these things. Would I say this is a yarn eater? I don't know. I don't think it would be, but it might be. So you're going to do your last one before your edge. So you have the last 3. You technically have 4 stitches left. So you're just going to skip 1, double crochet the next 2, and then treble around the one that you skipped. And then you'll end up at the very end in your last one, and you'll just double crochet in. So that is row number 2, and you'll be repeating that over and over until the cows come home, and that's what it looks like on the back side. So let's begin number 3. To begin row number 3, you're simply just going to chain up 1 and apply 1 single crochet right in top of this one, the first one, and into each stitch all the way across. So every other row is just single crochet across. This helps stabilize the stitches into position very nicely, and then the next row is essentially what I just showed you before. So you just single crochet across. The trick is just to make sure you don't miss that final starting chain 3 that you had. So this is the chain 3, so you just want to make sure you get in top of that one. So go right into the chain work, don't go into a space, and then that's it. So you just turn and you begin this all over again. So you just chain 3 and start your diagonal spike stitch. So the next 3, skip the first one, do the next 2 with double crochets each, and then go into the one you skipped with the treble. And that's all this stitch is, and you can continue to go as big as you need to go for the height until you're satisfied, and then every other row is single crochet row, and this row here is the diagonal spike stitch. So I would finish on a single crochet row to make it look consistent on the other side. So this is this pattern, and I think that would be kind of fun to enjoy.
Want to know more? Hit that subscribe now.